Oh, that was a spam call. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I haven't had any crazy accidents like that here. In Florida, I used to have crazy accidents. You know, when I was driving younger, I was reckless too. Had a Ninja also, Kawasaki. But here, no, I don't. But here's just like I don't even want to entertain that. Like, right. I don't want to ride the bike, and then you hear. I mean, you know how many times I've seen motorcycles on the streets crash with ambulances and everything, everywhere. Glendale, downtown, like there's always a motorcycle accident because people here just don't. They don't drive in consideration of the motorcycle, you know. So it's like one of those things where I'm just like more like turned off riding and then turned on.
How long you been riding?
Riding total? Mm-hmm. Since I mean that's the reason why I moved out of my house at a young age. I got a motorcycle. Yeah, I got my motorcycle when I was in high school. And my mom was like, "You get a motorcycle, you can't live here." And I showed up with the motorcycle and just packed my bags. I didn't even ask her, I just left.
It's tough. You just didn't look back?
Didn't look back, bro. My best friend Giovanni, who's in jail now, back then, I couldn't even move my shit. I had to basically, he sat in the back of the motorcycle with all the shit holding it, and we drove, and I was like, at that moment I should have realized I made the wrong mistake. But I didn't realize that. You know, like, wait, how do I pack my shit? I can't take it anywhere.
When was the Wolf of Fitness?
Wolf of Fitness was born in 2013 or 14. Don't quote me on that either. It was like recently around the movie Wolf of Wall Street. That's what inspired the Wolf of Fitness. So when I went from the homeless, you know, struggling to sleeping on the floor at a friend's house, little studio apartment on the beach. You know, me and this friend of mine, which is in Austin, you know, we that kind of bonded us together. We said, dude, you know, let's and I said, dude, stop working in the hospitality industry, become a trainer. Like, you're a bodybuilder, you know, you like to compete. There's money in this here. I know how to do it. You know, I know that right now I'm in a fucked up situation, but I know how to do it. So I taught him how to do everything. And we said, okay, let's move in together. But the first thing that I knew was like, okay, we got to change location. We got to go live where people with money live. So we saved up money and we moved into Lincoln Point, Williams Island. We moved into a 2-story loft. So like nice apartment. Me and him probably went, I won't say a year, but maybe a little right under a year, where we were literally living in that apartment, and all we had in there was a black couch. Like a little futon black couch. He would sleep on the floor and I would sleep on the floor. In the apartment. But it was a high-end apartment. So from like the outside, it looked like we were doing well, right? Yeah. But like we had nothing going on. And we had a little small TV and a DVD player on the floor. And I had the movie Wolf of Wall Street. But I remember that I would watch this movie Wolf of Wall Street. I probably saw the movie repetitively. Like, not even like watching it, but like subconsciously, the movie was playing 24/7. With the Wolf of Wall Street, I was like, damn, man, like, I feel like I have that influence over my client. Like, the way he had the influence over his employees, where they're like, right, that entire desire that the employees were like, they would like die for this guy. I felt like my clients were like becoming very influenced by everything I would say my clients would do. And I was like, man, I'm like the Wolf of Wall Street towards my clients, like without all the like criminalities and the drugs and the like without any of the bad shit, just from like the influence, like the amount of influence he had over his team inspired me to say, okay, you know, I feel like I have that much influence over my clients. Like, I feel like, you know, my clients really believe in me, and he really just wanted to make his team make a lot more money. He wanted to make all of them rich in a sketchy way, but that's what he wanted to do. So as you know, I was 20 years old, 21 years old, turning 22 maybe even around there, yeah. And for me, that movie just kind of like inspired me. You know, it was like a very, Leonardo DiCaprio did such a great job with that movie. You know, I think any young guy that saw that movie was inspired, like entrepreneurially. And that's how the Wolf of Fitness was born. 2 more. 1 more. Ooh, good job.
No, this has to be done.
No, that's
I
perfect.
can't do it.
No, you did it.
No, I didn't.
It's
Well,
done.
it's all the way out.
No, you did a great job.
I didn't even go all the way
No, that's for the other one. That's with the lift. You know how we do?
No, not
We do
going
it?
right.
No. You want to go that full 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
So let's go higher and do 10. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, good. So Jamila has the best swag ever. Yeah, she does. You should see her.
What's swag?
Swag is like how you dress.
My clothes,
Yeah.
Nike.
Nike. She's Nike all out.
I'm a Nike. I need a Nike.
Sponsorship.
Yes.
Yes, Nike sponsor her, man. I be
For
trying to tell
old
you.
ladies.
Old lady. Old lady still making it happen. You know? Just so. Go back. Good. Big stretch. Yes. Good. 4, 5. Ooh. 2. That's good. 3. My hands. Good. 5. You think about it, I've been doing this in one way or another for over a decade. So that's why, you know, like you can see the confidence that I have around my clients. It almost feels like a sixth sense. Like none of it feels unnatural to me. It's all purely organic. You know? I can literally go in there and smack my client in the ear, tell him, wake up! And it'll come off in a organic, loving, passionate sense, not an awkward. You can't teach that. You can't teach. Go hype people up. Go excite them. Go tell people their set, best set, or any. You can't teach that because that's just like repetition after repetition, learning different characteristics of human beings and seeing like how people respond.
Plans of expansion.
My goal would be to, within this year or next year, as we continue scaling and putting all the people in the right places, is to move to Vegas and then just fly into LA. It's a 45-minute flight commute, private.
Are there people that you think of that you put in places like that?
Yeah. I'll never any friends. Nobody that's like close to me I will put in places like that. I've learned that lesson already way too many times. You gotta hire people. Like here, like I'm really training and taking the time and energy to bring Paul on board. Like I see a lot of potential in Paul. Very loyal, very good person. Ambitious, but not desperate, which I think is an important role to have, like a quality to have. Ambition, but not desperate. Desperate means that you're willing to do anything for money, right? So then you can't fit into a company culture because it means all it requires is XYZ opportunity. You're gonna go ahead and take that. If you're desperate, and I take time to train you and coach you and mentor you and make you a part of the company, all it requires is somebody else to pay you another extra quarter an hour and give you maybe an extra 5 hours a week, and you're gonna take that because you're just desperate for whatever pays more money. So I think Paul doesn't have that desperation. He has the ambition and the eager without the desperation. So he would definitely be the guy that I'm betting right now.
So you said acting's been kind of looking up for you.
Yeah, it's a little slow right now, but that's been my bread and butter. I've been on a couple shows, so now I'm just continuing to take classes, continuing to watch good films, study, and just doing what I'm supposed to be doing as an actor until the right role comes and I'm set. Well, I've booked LA's Finest, Goliath, Jane the Virgin. I've done a couple commercials here and there. I'm on this web series on Brad. I've done that for 3 seasons. That's been my more consistent role. And I'm on this movie on Netflix called Fatal Fashion. So yeah, I've been doing a couple things.
How much does fitness influence your acting career?
Fitness is a huge part of my acting career because first off, it's Los Angeles. Everybody's in shape, so you got to keep up with the competition. You got to look the part, and also just like in terms of just like basic health, fitness comes into play. But for me, it's like when I walk in the room, I want to feel confident. I want to look confident. So fitness is huge. There's a huge role.
What's the next 3 years for fitness look like?
I don't know about the next 3 years. I know about this year. So I don't work like that. I'm kind of like an extremist. Like I have a 10-year goal where my goal is to make 100 million in 10 years. So for me this year, I need to make 10 million. And if I don't make 10 million this year, I need to put myself in a situation to compound to make 10 million next year or the year after that, right? Or compound to make 20 million next year. So right now, that's what we're hiring. That's why we're hiring employees. So scaling is the big goal of this year. And our next step is going to be, again, this headquarters, which is something we just decided to do. We're going to go see that tomorrow. And then when the lease is up on the legacy is going to be to potentially, think of like what's the next move to scale, how we can go ahead and have more people working for us involved on the day-to-day activities, day-to-day life. The headquarters might be the answer, honestly. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Time to go, baby. Time to go. No fucking sleep from 3 in the morning to 12 at night. Period.
Yeah.
This place was a little overwhelming me a little bit because it was like the office and then like the whole campus, and then I didn't even walk around. Which once we move in, I'm gonna definitely I'll be there all day, sitting walking around and figuring out how to turn every single opportunity there into money.
Yeah, and I love the space. I love the natural lighting, because usually when we work in my apartment, it's dark and it feels like so restricted. Here we have like so many.
That's why I picked that office. Let's see how that.
Yeah.
That right. That was the best office to pick, right, Ronan? Yeah. That's it. Everything we talked about before person was out the window. It matters to me anymore.
Have you burned out before?
Have I burnt out?
Yeah, what would it look like when you burn out?
I have not burnt out in the last 5 years. Have I had pit stops? Yeah. A pit stop for me looks like the longest pit stop I ever had was 3 days. Where it was literally 3 days where I'm a big anime fan. I love anime. And no, I can't quote you on the year, and I can't quote you on like why. I forgot those details. But I remember that I went 3 days where I basically saw 185 episodes of anime. And I was going through some shit. I was just, I don't know, stressed out, beat up, something. And I literally went 3 days where it was just like, stayed in the couch and just watched. I think I canceled all my clients and just stayed in the couch and just watched anime. And it wasn't like a vacation. It wasn't like, it wasn't a plan. It was something like almost like a depression, right?
Yeah.
And that probably was from burning out. And then 3 days all lasted, and then after that I just went right back to it. Ready to get back to it. So no, I don't have, no. I can't burn out. You know why? I have people depending on me. Like, if I burn out and I stop working, it's fucked up on you, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you show up and you're like, hey, Mike, and I'm like, no, Ronan, go home. There's nothing for you to do today.
Okay.
Okay, what? Okay, that's odd. Let's say you don't do anything about that, right? You kind of just like, that's weird. Right? You show up the next day. Now, Ronan, this week, take the whole week off. What do? You're fucking stressed now, right? You're like, dude, this guy told me all this shit. I'm depending on him. I got now I gotta go and find a job, right? When you have people depending on you, you can't really. You can't burn out.